Wait for them to load in. Oh, there they are. This is what we work hard for. You get up in the morning and you put in dedication, and you get a field full of jeb sheep. Oh yeah. Hello, all you beautiful people of the internet. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play. This is episode 12, and I did some things. Like I maybe AFK'd at the gold farm. Just a little bit of gold. Not much. Just a little bit. I've also taken time to design a little something over in the creative world, so let's pop over there and look at that. Alright, we're over here in the creative testing world, and I'll try not to make this too long, but I have constructed a wood farm. So essentially, it is just a simple bamboo farm on top, which I've made to where I can expand it in width and length. So that's awesome. I can always make this bigger in the future if I need more wood. The bamboo gets picked up by a system of hopper minecarts that are placed underneath right here. They go into this system of hoppers that are meticulously set to evenly dispense into these dispensers. And then obviously this is a dispenser unloader. Comes out into the water, smacks against the honey block, because the honey block is not the full size of a normal block. So then now they're able to go into these hoppers. They go down into the crafters, and then they come down here and get picked up into a chest. I have the extra 2 crafters and this for whenever we decide we want to make this bigger in the future for more wood. And that's that. Back over in the survival world, and I'm sure you can see it over there on the left side of my screen, but I got a beacon. I killed the wither yesterday after going into the nether and getting some skulls, and I needed it to be able to AFK the gold farm. So let me throw up a clip for you guys really quick of me fighting that wither. That was a fun little clip. I thought that I was going to be using mainly the end portal method to get rid of him, but I've actually decided that it's a lot easier on Java, as you guys clearly saw. Like, me having the netherite armor and not a netherite sword, I took him down in no problem at all. But let's pop over to the villager breeder really quick. I have some plans for today besides that wood farm. So fly over here. I want to fill out the rest of these slots. I don't know how long it's going to take me. It shouldn't be terribly too long. And I think what we're going to do is just pop back and forth between whenever I get one in his place, and hopefully I can get them for decent trades. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to be spending 50 emeralds per book. Of course, I'm going to convert all of them in the future, but right off the bat, I don't want it to be that expensive. That'd be terrible. Just terrible. Before I can do that though, I need to craft a bunch of lecterns, and I want to empty out my inventory really quick. Ignore what you're seeing happen right now. It's a problem that I have. If you'll notice, there's a bunch of chests in here. That is because over here in our little hut, which needs to be upgraded, it's definitely time I start thinking about a mega base, considering the farms that we have going for us right now. We are about to put up that wood farm this episode, so we're going to have all the necessary redstone materials I'll need and all the building block materials I'll need to start thinking about a mega base. So it's time to start upgrading, because as you can tell, I won't say reached the limit, but I've reached the limit of what I'll allow in here without thinking that it looks super ugly. Right now, I feel like it just looks like a clustered little man shed, you know what I'm saying? But any more and it'll look super ugly. So we definitely need to get that sorted out for sure, for sure. But yeah, we just need to make up some lecterns really quick, and I'll meet you back over at the villager breeder. I'm going to need 15 more villagers, and I have gone out of my way to collect the lecterns and the necessary amount of books that we'll need. And I brought over a stack of emerald blocks, so hopefully that's enough, and it is not. I can totally go back to the base and get some more. But without further ado, let's have ourselves a little montage. Starting with Smite 5, Frostwalker 2, Riptide 3, Fire Aspect 2, Piercing 4, Fire Protection 4, Knockback 2, Loyalty 3, Curse of Binding, Breach 4, Blast Protection 4, Projectile Protection 4, Density 5, Impaling 5, Bane of Arthropods 5, and last but not least, the 39 book that we need, Curse of Vanishing. And with that, we now have all 39 villagers in the trading hall. Oh, doesn't this look super awesome? And now throughout the progression of the season, we can work on getting them down to a perfect 1 emerald and 1 book per trade. And they're all perfect. Yeah, this is the max for each enchantment that you can get. So we have a perfect trading hall. And I'm also going to go through and color coordinate everything. Luckily enough, there's 16 colors in the game that it gives us access to. So for all of the enchantments that have to do with armor, they're going to be a certain color. Tools are going to be a certain color. Trident enchantments are going to be a certain color. Mace enchantments are going to be a certain color. And so on and so forth. And then I'll have over here a little wall posted that's kind of like a keyboard. And it'll be a representation of what I need to be looking for when I come in here, color-wise, for when I'm going to get books, to help with organization. Now, without further ado, because I'm sure you guys have been waiting since you laid your little eyeballs on it, let me gather up some materials to start constructing that bamboo farm, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okie dokie, everybody. I am back, and it's been a few hours, but now we have all 3, if I can get it out of my inventory, all 3 shulker boxes of loot that we're going to need. Awesome sauce. And I have the schematic placed down, and I want it to be ground level. So we're going to have to do a lot of digging to get this ready. I want to dig out the entire area right here where the main bamboo farm is going to go. And then I have to dig out the area underneath for the rails. And then I want the entrance point of it to be kind of like a staircase that you walk down to be able to get to the main area where the chests were in the front. That's going to have the product in it. So I think without further ado, let's just jump straight into cleaning out these blocks. Well, that didn't take very long. So we have the hole cleared out, and then if we pop down into here, this is where the redstone's going to go for the unloaders. Ice path, and then this is going to be where the crafters go. And then down here is going to be the collection system. Get out of here, spider. Now we can actually start building the farm, the fun part of this. Well, that didn't take me forever, but it also wasn't the quickest thing in the world. But now we have a fully functioning bamboo wood farm in our world. And I already threw some loose bamboo down in there just to make sure that everything was working. Perfect. We are getting blocks of bamboo down there, which means we can turn those into planks. So now we have a functioning automatic wood farm. Of course, when we have the flying machine going. But I think to get some genuine results out of this, because I've yet to AFK and test it, so I don't know what its capabilities are, I'm going to do a quick little AFK session overnight, and I will jump back with you guys when I'm done in the morning. All right, moment of truth. I went AFK for probably right at 7 hours ish, around there. So let's see what kind of results we got. That is one double chest. Okay, and then almost the top 2 rows of another double chest, which is super sweet. So that is genuinely a nice amount of wood. This wood is only going to be used for things like pistons and redstone torches, or if we need sticks or things like that. I don't really want to use it for building or any other block like that. I just don't like the way it looks. So that is, if you can imagine it now, this is a wonderful amount of wood in the sense of it's meant for redstone contraptions and other things like that. Now I need to go and collect up some cactus, because for future build that I have planned, I'm going to need a lot of green dye. And I want to make a little cactus farm. It's not going to be anything huge. It's just going to be something super tiny, and I'm going to stuff it away in the side of our mountain over there next to where I have the bee incubator at, because I don't want it to be anything impressive. But as soon as I decide to go all out and make a go big or go home cactus farm, of course we'll have that one beautifully displayed for everyone to see in the world. We have made it to the land of green prickly boys. Let's gather some of these up. I just need enough to be able to get the farm started. And then from there, whatever we collect out of it, we'll continue to make it grow. So give me a few mementos and let me gather up some cacti. Ooh, pretty. I got a cactus flower. Oh man, and there's an arrow in my armpit. What? The desert is like one of the worst places other than the swamp to be at night. Like, so many bad people around here. Look at all of them. You got scaly bobs, you got spider wigs, zombie doodads, creeper bablambos. This is terrible. This is it. They're all bunnies. Come. Why did he run once my sword came out? You just wait. You just wait, bunny. You're about to get it. Oh! Like, look at this. What is this? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 7, 8, 9. Wait, why? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Stop it. Also, I just want to kind of point this out because I never get this lucky to find this many in a row, but there is 1 azalea tree right here. 2, I just took all of the leaves off of it because I needed it for my bee farm. And then, I don't know if you can see it, there's a 3rd one right there. And then if we fly over here, there's a 4th one. And then there's a 5th one behind it. And I thought, well, maybe the underground portion of it isn't, like, too impressive. I was wrong. I was super, super wrong. And when I went to go to explore it initially, I didn't mean to land. Let's go over here. When I went to explore it initially, I was like, oh, cool. Let me just, mine underneath the tree. This thing it's something else. Just wait. This is nothing. This is nothing. Let me find a corner. Corner successfully found, and we are in free cam now. So this is just kind of, whatever, right? And then goes through here. Comes all the way back over here. Goes down, and then it kind of ends over here, right? Look, what is this? What on earth? Like, this is too much. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I was going to explore it all in one go, like a normal sized lush cave. It just doesn't stop. And this is as far as my generation is rendered right now, but like, what do you mean you keep going? It is just bonkers how big this thing is. And I may be tripping because this might not be impressive, but I genuinely think that this is crazy. I'm really curious. Do I have any dripstone at the base? I do now. I'm going to take a bunch of this. I'm going to take some of this too, because I want to have an automatic source of lava. So eventually we'll make a lava farm. Oh, I'm too good. Oh, you can't hit me. I'm slick. I'm a slick Rick. I'm coming in. Coming in for the maneuver. Hiya. Hiya. Ooh. My diamond. Mine. Is there any more? Oh yeah, there is. More of mine. There more? Just those 2. Man, you lame. Oh man. Battle of the century. Yeah. I ain't got no torches on me to light you up, so I'm just... Diamond Yorsi armor? Yes, please. I want your string. Give it to me. And I don't care about the rest of that. What you got over here? Give me your disc. I'm taking your record. And your bread. I want your bread. Give me your bread. And I think we're just gonna leave him. Oh, what day is it? The sun is so bright. We've been down there for so long. But with that over now, we can head back to the base. That way. Now, if my brain is as huge as I'm thinking it is, we're going to do this right next to the bee incubator, and I think that will look super nice. And we'll start off by clearing out these blocks right here. I'm going to have to fix my beacon really quick. Back to what I was saying, I have a massive brain, and we're going to stick it right here. We just need to clear out the blocks in this area. So it needs to be a 9 by 9. That way all of the water in the four corners will flow to the very center to be able to collect the cacti. And I'm going to do it 3 high because the cactus needs to be able to grow up a block. And I'm just going to do 1 layer for now because, like I said, this is nothing too serious. I don't need it to be impressive, just enough to collect some cactus for now. I'm going to replace these blocks on the ground right here with stone. That'll be prettier looking. Even though there's going to be some glowstone in there as well, but I think that looks nice. And then if we come in here, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then if we, oh, that is too many blocks. We just need to break this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want a wall, right? So it's going to be a wall of glass. So that's perfect. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be another wall right here. And then you get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to have to extend the bee incubator by 1 layer to fix OCD because... Okay, pretending like it's always been like that. I'm going to start off by actually placing the glass. So we'll come 4 away. So line ourselves up with this. And we'll get our first wall down. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I did not need to go that far, but that is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to line up perfectly, which makes the OCD happy. That's nice. We'll finish filling this in. Perfecto. And then this is going to be the other wall, so we don't need to do anything there. Add up some glass. Nice, nice. Now we can begin working on the inside. So, this is probably going to seem crazy to you guys, but to me, since it's just this 1 layer in here, I'm going to be throwing down a chest and then literally just doing a hopper line like this to the center. And then whenever I go to put down my water, it'll still come there, but it'll also flow over those. But I just want that chest to be on the top instead of being 1 block down. Now we'll come inside and we'll do a checker pattern. Or maybe? What is this? Hatch? Crisscross? I don't know. You're going to come in here and fill in every other block with a sand block and have a space in between all of them. Then you're going to take your cactus. That's going to go right on top of each other. Like so. And you usually won't have a roof directly above you like I do, but the cactus will naturally break on its own once it touches that. I'm just going to still put this down because it looks aesthetically pleasing. Oh no, got to get rid of the dirt. Got to get rid of the dirt. I want it to just be stone in here. There we go. Because it'll look nice having the fence post versus not. So we are going to do that really quick. Oh, that is definitely not where that needs to go. Right there. Awesome sauce. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then now we just need to place down the water. Before I place the water down, I'm actually going to come back in here and place down some glowstone. 3 and 4. And we'll come here to the middle and do it, and then we'll go down there to the end and do it. So these guys, and then come right here, you. Perfect. And this should be plenty of glowstone to keep this lit up. Nice. And then now I can place down my water buckets, 1 in each corner, respectfully. And now I should be able to close it off. Awesome. That's super nice. And I want to get rid of these blocks right here in the front, going all the way across. I don't want them on the front of the bee incubator either. I want to be able to see in there. Because why have the glass going all the way up if you can't see it? So nice. Now we have a cactus farm. That's awesome. Super happy with that. So far we have gotten the bamboo farm done, which is going to give us plenty of wood for redstone. We just got that 1 layer of a cactus farm done, which I'll expand in the future whenever I need that large amount of cactus that I was mentioning for a certain build. I think it's time I share something with you guys. You probably saw it earlier, where it says skeleton spawners. Out there towards those azalea bushes, I may have found something super cool, and I really want to do something with it and make kind of a unique farm that you typically wouldn't see as a source of getting something. So let me get over there really quick and I'll show you guys what I have found. And we're going to tinker around with it a little bit here towards the end of this video, but we're really going to take off with it in next episode and try to get it fully finished and finalized. So that'll be the main project of next episode. So, jumping underneath what is already what I'm going to consider a rare find, 5 azalea bushes in the same area, I was doing some exploring when I initially found it, and I found 1 skeleton spawner. If we drop down this hole, skeleton spawner number 2. And then if you come this way, another mysterious path. What is this? A 3rd skeleton spawner. And so I was curious of how close they were, and you'd never believe it. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And I was super excited because you'll notice there's a 4th spawner over here, even though it's a zombie. I was so hoping that it was going to be within range, but of course it's not. But these 3 guys are almost within range. He is slightly too far away. So what I'm going to have to do is something kind of like this. So I have the blocks designated out already. And just come back in and mine them really quick. Oh, don't place it back down. Mine it. What I'm going to do to be able to activate them all is I know from this wall to this wall is the exact length I need to be able to activate them. I'm going to hope that this isn't too fast to use a minecart rail. And if I come out, you'll notice I get within range to start activating it. But since I have torches on them, they're obviously not spawning in, but watch, you'll notice, started spinning. And where's that other one? Oh, started spinning. And then when I get close enough over here, start spinning. I know it's only for a few seconds, but if I remove those torches really quick, I have gone through and removed all of the torches and gotten rid of a good bit of cobblestone that was laying around them. I've also spawn-proofed a 16 by 16 sphere around each of the spawners, so now they should be working at peak efficiency. I'm not seeing any spawn in. It may be because we already have too many spawned right now. But I know this one isn't within range of these 2, so it should still be spawning them. Like I said, we are just down here tinkering, so all of this is troubleshooting, me just trying to figure out how I'm exactly going to get this to work. And what I may end up needing to do is extend the amount of time I'm within range of the spawners. But I feel like that should be plenty of time. Let me mess around with this a little bit more. Awesome sauce. So I finally got it fixed. I had to extend my rail by a few blocks and add in some more waterlogged rails. The way a spawner works is when a player is within the 16 spherical radius of it, it'll try to spawn something in every 20 in-game ticks, which is 1 second, but it's going to be a random interval anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds between spawning. So I needed to extend my track long enough to where I'd be within range of it for at least 3 to 4 seconds. So that means that while I'm within range over here, it's 3 to 4 chances for it to potentially spawn something in, 3 to 4, and then 3 to 4 over here as well. So then that'll keep it at a decent amount of efficiency. And what I'm going to use this for is a bone meal farm. I was challenged by somebody a while back to find ways of doing farms new. That wasn't, I mean, wasn't the classic, maybe not something you're consistent with seeing. So I could go out of my way to make a mega moss farm and have, I would say, too much bone meal for one person to ever really need. But I've decided to go this route and it'd be something unique and use a triple skeleton spawner. Well, a double skeleton spawner, and I'm adding in a third one with this rail system. And I'll kind of have like an auto killing chamber that I think will look cool if it maybe drops down through the center right here, and then we have glass lining the walls. So then we can still kind of watch them as we're using it. I think that would be pretty nifty. And then of course at the bottom, I'll have it to where the bones get crafted into bone meal, and then from there into bone blocks for compact storage. Well, with that little sneak peek in mind, kind of sitting there in the back of your heads now, you have something to be looking forward to tomorrow. It's gonna be cleaning that out, getting the killing chambers set up for it, getting the automation prepared for it. I want to fully do it all in tomorrow's episode. And I think it's going to be a really unique farm. It's going to be a way for us to get bone meal to where, like I said, it's just not something that's overpowered. I feel like a way that we can keep this world going for as long as possible without being like, oh, let me build this mega farm and let me build this next mega farm, is by kind of finding unique ways to handle situations. Because whenever you're playing by yourself, there's no real need for an absurd amount of resources once you get to a certain point, and I'm by no means a builder. I want to work on that through the progression of this series, but until then, I think I need to keep myself minimalistic, because I know myself too well, and I'll go really big with all of my farms right away, have all of these resources that I just don't need, and it'll overwhelm me, and I'm too quick to start over. I'll want to start a new world to where I can get to do that again, because you get to a certain end game and where do you go from there? You just kind of see people start building a lot of stuff, or they'll start adding in huge structures into their world and other things like that. I'm just personally not that guy. I'm more here for the logistical side of this, for the redstone aspect, for like what makes this game tick, you know what I mean? That's what really interests me. So I want to try to keep that preserved as long as I can to be able to keep putting out good episodes for you guys. Beehive. That was super squirrel brain. Wow, this looks really nice to fly into. I had to extend the walls some because it was too short. So once the bamboo got to max height, it was like 6 blocks above where the glass and leaves were. So that had to get expanded a little bit. Heading back over to the base, before we end this episode out, I actually have something that got suggested to me in IRL by one of my friends, that I do an idea board. So the basic concept will be, anytime you guys put something down in the comments, I, the loving person that I am, will take the time to go down there and read them, which I always do obsessively. And if you leave me any ideas, anything you want to see in the world, anything like that, it is going to go on the idea board. And that'll be something that I update every episode and try to get things done on it as often as I possibly can. I'm not a slacker by any means, but sometimes I don't always get around to doing things like I should. But this will be a wonderful reminder that the beautiful people down in my comments have things that they want to see in my world. Speaking of boards, I took time to do this. So we have an armor category, tools, fishing, curses, trident, sword, mace. I combined the bow and crossbow, and then universal books. So that's going to be knockback 2, unbreaking 3, and mending. And isn't it beautiful? Look how pretty. All the different colored signs, they're all glowing nicely. And I can easily come through here, and it may not make sense initially to you guys, but if I just kind of like look, what am I looking? Trident. I'm looking for trident. So now I'm gonna come down through here. Bam. There's one trident enchantment. another one, another one, another one. So, like, see, it makes plenty of sense for me. They may not be organized in a sense of they're all right next to each other, which definitely would have made sense. But sometimes through the process of this, I was going so long in between seeing the book that I needed once I got down towards the end that it would have been ridiculous of me to pass up some of the books because I was hours. I was here for a very long time trying to get all of those trades correct. Well, everybody, it saddens me, but we're over here on the outro doc because it's that time. Time to get this episode out. That's what time it is. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast making it, and I'm super excited to get started on that triple skeleton farm next episode. I'm going to love every bit of it not working and me trying to fix it. It's going to be awesome. But once we hopefully get it all done and finalized, it'll be something really cool to have in the world. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.